All right, so we are leaving the hotel for our first day in Zurich. I guess our only full day. And fixing to meet Davey downstairs. Dave is a little bit under the weather, so he's going to ride out the first part of the day by just resting. And we are going to hit the town. It was snowing.
Yeah. Out
the window just a little bit ago. So maybe we'll get to enjoy some snow today. So I think we're going to go to they call it Old City first. Old Town, yeah. And then there's a museum about guilds. And from there, we'll see what happens next. Let's hit the road. It is officially cold here.
No, it's not. Look.
At least it's cold in what we're used to.
No, there's nines. Oh. Hey, up here is a Pokemon on the right that I don't have. So
I can't explain to you why every time I put the camera on and Davey walks into frame, he's talking about Pokemon.
There it is.
But I will tell you that we are heading to a museum, and it's pretty cool. Check this out. We got to the museum over there that we were going to go to, the Zurich or something, and it wasn't open. Something about cleaning the water. What did it say?
Water.
Something about cleaning the water for a bath.
Makes for relaxation.
Makes for relaxation. Clean water makes for relaxation. Obviously, Google Translate wasn't capturing the essence of it, but they were not open. So we are on a tram heading to Shopville. And gonna go do some walking around, try to find somewhere warm. So I completely forgot that when you are in many parts of Europe, you have to pay to use the restroom. And we didn't have any money. So the dude out here was super awesome and let us in. And said next time we pay. Yep. So I am in an electronics store at the train station in Zurich, and we just found something I have not seen. I would say 10 years since I've seen one. And they've got two of them here.
This one has MP3 capabilities, though.
They both do. Look at that. Look at that. Let's see if that'll focus. Anti-skip protection. I mean, that was the jam. When I was in middle school, I got my first one. It was a Kenmore, and Kenmore? I think something like that. And it did not have anti-skip protection. And yeah, you just tapped it and the music went all crazy. But then I got one with anti-skip protection, and they're selling these things here brand new. Pretty cool. just finished watching. We just got finished. Let's see. We just got finished. We just finished walking through a church. It's pretty rad. It had a crypt underneath.
Too much.
The tombs had been emptied out in 2004. Basically, is what I was gathering. It's interesting in this city. They put a lot into. There's a lot of pride around the Reformation and the involvement in the Reformation here, but not a lot of interest in God. So what we see is the museums and a lot of the
We could go to
a lot of the buildings around here talk about the Reformation with a lot of pride, but then they also talk with a lot of pride about being beyond faith, that they don't need faith as
because they surpass God.
part of how they do life. I hope that's making sense. Basically, what we're seeing is like one church we went to had a sign out front. It was closed because they were filming a movie about a man who played a role in the Reformation and lived here in Zurich. But on the same hand, while they'll take the time to talk about their pride in their involvements in the Reformation, they also want to make sure that you know that they've kind of moved beyond the need for faith. And so one of the guys that was working security at one of the churches said that, you know, there's just not a lot of believers in the area. It just doesn't make sense that you would put so much of your time and energy into trying to communicate your role in the spread of the gospel and in the reformation of the gospel, and then act like what a waste of time it was. I don't know. I mean, it definitely doesn't communicate that everybody here is mean or rude or anything, because we're having a great time. And it's a beautiful city with a lot of really great people. Just purchased some knives, had them engraved here in Switzerland. I think they'll make some pretty great gifts for peeps to get a knife, a Swiss knife.
From the Swiss.
From the Swiss in Switzerland versus the Swiss on Amazon.
Amazonian.
I mean, I'm probably going to guess that you probably can get anything on Amazon, so it's probably not like it's, hey, it's the thought that counts. And it was made in Switzerland is what it said. So could have been made somewhere else, but it wasn't. All right, we are ending our day out on the city. There it is, guys. And we are trying to catch the 14 back to town. Oh man.
Oh, it's closing.
Hopefully it's going to let us on. Right here. Very nice. All right. Hopping on the tram. Oh, sorry. And that's how we do it. So, did a little bit of shopping. I hope we got something for everybody.
I think I forgot Debbie.
I got some habanero chocolates for Debbie.
She's staying at your house.
That's okay. She can sleep in Caitlin's room.
No. Debbie? If she's at our house, she's taking mine. Okay.
Okay, I just said that I was giving her some habanero chocolates.
Doesn't matter.
All right, there you go, Isaac. You got it.
Talk about unconditional love right
Unconditional, yeah. So we are heading back to the hotel. We really had hoped to do more, but to be honest, there just isn't a whole lot more to do. It's more of a business center than a tourist center, which we knew when we came. But we got a lot done, and we're going to try to head back and eat some pretzels.
there. See how Dave's doing.
So we were waiting to get on the tram, and the number 14 was blocking the number 2, and evidently I guess you're supposed to run down the street to get onto the next tram, not wait at the stop. And so when the guy came up, he would not let us on. So now we wait.
Stop. Didn't let us on.
He stopped, but he would not open the door. But the locals knew to run, so I guess you learn the rhythms of other cultures.
That's why they wear those moon boots, so they can just kind of float over there to the next bus.
We have seen some pretty gnarly boots here. I mean, gnarly. Also, I don't know if anybody here has ever heard of YouTube, because every time I have my camera out, they ask me if I'm with the TV station, and I told them that no, I'm just doing this for YouTube, and they look really confused.
Just like that.
Just like that.